All right, quick shot predictions in 3 seconds, James.
I'm gonna go with
Time's up, Turtle.
Omelette in 5.
All right, enough of that. Their predictions don't matter. Let's get into the game, guys.
All right, thank you so much. Twitch chat can also predict too. Go on the record, and
right.
maybe we should start. I love keeping track of predictions, as long as I win.
You just like proving Twitch chat wrong.
Yeah, even when
That's
I
like
lose,
your
it's
main
hard to
thing.
face. But maybe I need to get over that. So we got the second match of the day. Omelette, also known as Mirage, going up against Stromboli. Players joining up. Second match of the day. And here we go, Turtle. Let's hope that it was as entertaining as the previous series started off. And what's your player to watch? Who's the one player that you're really excited to look for?
I'm still going with my boy Luke. I think maybe I'll get proven wrong by literally any one of these guys, because you talked about earlier, this is a chance for up-and-coming players to make a name for themselves, prove, that it's not just making RLCS that can set you apart. It's really performing in these tournaments like, the Summer Shuffle. This is where you can make a name for yourself, and that's a banger of a shot from IRAGE, but it's saved out from Lion Blaze. So already we've got some intense moments and some good shots on net.
Lion Blaze, you said he was the third man back, made that third man stop right there, and you got to wonder what makes him such a good defender. And I think a lot of it is the ability of knowing when to challenge, knowing how to approach a challenge given his 1v1 experience. So it makes him a better defender.
Yeah.
Freshness. Going for the shot. The bump from Luke. And Mirage getting the goal here early.
I love this confidence that Luke actually has in Freshness to make that shot. So he sees him going for the aerial and the air dribble, and he just says, you know what? I'm going to let you do your thing. I'm going to go and take out a goalkeeper, give you all the time in the world. And he didn't even think for 1 second that Freshness was going to lose that challenge.
And that is a big play there in the demo coming out. Shot coming in from J-Pow off the post and out. That was the chance. You're going to want that back again. Net wide open. J-Pow just couldn't find it. Freshness. Corner. Luke getting a demo. Luke has been a nuisance on that front line.
Yeah. Oh, another demo. This man doesn't stop. I'm watching his rotations. He just now passed the midfield line after being in the goal of the opponent's end for so long. And now Freshness.
How many demos?
Chaos.
Oh my goodness.
Another one.
And it's been all demos from Mirage as well.
Oh
Luke
my god.
couldn't get to the ball. Pinch goes back. And now it's cleared out. But what on earth was happening?
It's the rotations I'm talking about, where Freshness and Luke will most likely just always be aggressive and try and go for some demos, and they just trust Lion Blaze, or honestly sometimes Freshness in the backfield. It's mostly Luke being so aggro with his positioning. It's so fun to watch, but you got to think that maybe there's a chance for error here, and maybe a chance for Stromboli to capitalize and find some space off this aggression.
Alpha Cap. Pass over to Alraz. Alraz couldn't make contact. Alpha kept going for a pinch, but it's blocked by Lion Blaze. J-Pow might have wanted to pass to Alraz, but hit out too far ahead of him. Gave up possession. Now Mirage on the other end. Lion Blaze denied by Alraz. Good defense. Luke off the ceiling will be challenged by Alpha Kep, sending it to the center. Alraz will dribble it, goes for a 50. Lion Blaze staying with it.
Oh, nice bumps too. You can see the physicality is just totally in favor of Mirage, aka Omelette, and this is really coming down to the wire. I would expect more goals and almost a pre-flip into the shot, but still just a 1-goal lead for Mirage.
And I love the pass attempt coming out from Freshness. He tried to double tap it off the ground, and it got over to Luke, but Luke couldn't get a handle of it. But still, creative attempt. Freshness getting denied, but it was a double commit. Alpha Kep flicks it up. Luke shutting down the play. Luke chasing the ball down. It's going to pinch pass right to Freshness, who will send it to the corner. No boost. He'll chase this. Gets full boost now. Going for a demo. Couldn't get one. Missed Alraz
Oh.
as well. First touch, net's open, the shot's
Oh.
high. And you saw Alpha Kept was actually coming back. The net now open on the other end. And it looked like we were going to see a goal from Mirage. And a quick counterattack. Alraz laying that up for J-Pow.
Oh, and you have to look at that pass from Alraz, just like you said. He could have panicked easily, excuse me, in that defensive side and just tried to get an instant clear to relieve the pressure. But he saw the space and just laid it off to his teammate for J-Pow to get a shot on net wide open. It's that decision-making, that type of calmness under pressure that makes you such a great and threatening player. So what a play from Stromboli. I'm impressed.
Lion Blaze. Up to Luke. Pinch. Lion Blaze again attacking the backboard. J-Pow trying to bump Joe. Freshness. Lion Blaze kept Alpha Kept in net. The pressure mounting for Mirage. First touch control. Alraz. Quality challenge into the corner. J-Pow will help him out. Back to Luke. But he has to back up. J-Pow with space.
What?
The challenge. Follow up from Alpha Kept. Backboard pass. Alraz misses the double. And that was a heart attack moment for Mirage.
Oh, and that's 2 chances now. You think back earlier to the opening minute, I think it was, where Stromboli had a chance, a free shot at net where it bounced off the post, and then now again, Alraz had a chance to put it in, and he couldn't find the back of the net. Still a tied game, and we got overtime.
We've seen a decent amount of overtime so far today. One of the most exciting things about Rocket League, those overtime games. Golden goal. Luke centers it. No one there for it. Alpha Kept downfield. He'll leave it. Go for a bump. Freshness cuts out the play. J-Pow pops it high. Upfield.
Yes.
Lion Blaze will be first to it.
Oh,
Demo.
good demo on J-Pow, or from J-Pow on Luke. Finally opening up some space in the midfield and at least loosening up that aggression.
The Lion Blaze handled the pressure well, getting a piece of that challenge. Luke into the corner. J-Pow, first touch control, second touch challenge. Now Alpha Kept upfield. Lion Blaze gets back in time. Only had 20 boosts, and he's saving it for right here. He actually leaves it. Go down and get boost. Long shot. J-Pow to Alpha Kept. Alpha Kept past Lion Blaze. Luke poking it up. Freshness towards net. Alraz will send it over. J-Pow there. Even in their own half, Stromboli doing well to hit it to a teammate in the corner.
Yeah, it's all about those clears, using your teammates. That's the best way to clear 100%, especially at this level in Rocket League. You almost have no choice, really, but to find a teammate with those passes because it mixes up your clear, makes it so much less predictable, and then you can keep possession from the defensive side of things instead of just panicking, and that's exactly what's going well for Stromboli. But I'm just wondering if they can still manage to do that against a lot of this pressure. We haven't seen too many demos. If Luke can get involved again with that physical play, I think things are going to be looking at least in a scary situation for Stromboli.
We've seen both teams get some chances. Even near the end of regulation, it looked like Stromboli was going to win it at 0 seconds.
Yeah.
But they couldn't find it, so we'll see which team steps up to the plate and makes the most of this overtime opportunity. Lion Blaze, not enough boost to really chase that down, but he still threatens it. Freshness up. J-Pow now to Luke. Luke getting challenged by Alraz. Quality win. J-Pow hits it down to Freshness, who is waiting. Alpha Kept, first touch, challenges Luke again. Will this be the possession? Luke getting a hold of it himself. Going for the air dribble. Pokes it again. Well handled. Lion Blaze out of boost. He'll be out of play for a while. Going to have to retreat. Gets bumped on his way back as well. Oh, and a miss from both players. That'll open up the field. Lion Blaze committed with Luke. J-Pow upfield. Lion Blaze will turn for it. Awkward ball. He's going to have to leave it.
Oh, nice patience too from Luke. Look at that. waiting and trying to draw out that challenge. And now he's got boost to work with from the corner. He can go forward, and now the possession, maybe a touch. Luke, that's what we want. That's what I saw so much yesterday, with those little individual touches to change the direction of the ball just ever so slightly. And now they've got even more pressure. It's almost 4 minutes of overtime here that we've had, James.
Very passive play. Nobody wanting to overextend. Lion Blaze trying to get some help from Luke. Risky play there, so we're starting to see Luke showing he's not afraid. Lion Blaze going up, pinch attempt. How crazy would that have been? The game on a Cooks or pinch.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially after that final pinch that we saw in the end of last series. It was crazy from the backboard, so all types of pinches we're seeing today, and that's a great pass out. But even better defense, the challenge game from Stromboli has been really well timed. I've never seen them get all out beat whenever it's a 50 in the air. But that's a double commit. Maybe some space opened up. If Luke can get the pass down, he does get a drop. Maybe the shot from Lion Blaze, it's not enough, but they still have possession.
On a double commit again. Stromboli struggling. They're not going to have much boost to challenge the backboard. Luke, the shot saved by Alpha Kep. Yet again, showing his defensive chops. But another shot going to have to be kept out. This one off the backboard. Alraz does well. Clear to the side. Back to the middle. J-Pow. Little chip. Luke, no boost. Gets it stolen from J-Pow as well. Chance now for Stromboli. Lion Blaze, not the greatest read. Gets the challenge. Playing for the 50. Alpha Kep. The shot towards net, and that's saved from Freshness. We're over 5 minutes into overtime. Another full game of Rocket League has been played out. No one scoring.
I thought we might have had a goal earlier with Alpha Kep, but he got another save to his name. That was last second, but the demo from Luke almost opening up some space. And now a good turn in midfield, but it's going to be challenged from Alpha Kep. They do keep some possession, but it goes away to Alraz. And like you said, James, passive gameplay from both teams. Nobody wants to overextend. Obviously, this is overtime. You got to be a little bit more defensive. Nobody's willing to take that risk. But as we get more and more into this overtime, teams are going to get that much more desperate. So we're going to see, ideally, you know, some kind of break in defense from either teams.
We'll see if it's an act of heroics or one that is rooted in a mistake on defense. Tough bounce. Well handled by Mirage, but they're struggling right now. You can see it, Luke, very little boost. Everyone's on empty. Freshness had 12, just picked up a single pad. Lion Blaze on 12. Now he's completely empty. Beat to the ball by Alrez. Luke has 40. Shot from J-Pow and a stretching save from Luke. Lion Blaze upfield. With every second that ticks away, pressure is added on these players' shoulders.
Oh, that's a huge win. Lion Blaze, an open net now for Freshness. If he can win out the slow fake, what is that? He backflipped into it. James, what just happened?
So a long clear, J-Pow
what?
Didn't read it. And, you know, I was hoping for an epic goal. J-Pow was just racing back, and there it is. It's that pressure. That pressure.
My hopes.
It's tough. It's tough. And that's how they end sometimes. Mirage holding on, and man, that was a hard-fought victory for Mirage. Great touch.
And I thought that was like a slow fake or something. With the way that I had the perception on the ball, it looked like maybe there was like a fake to where somebody was trying to get a prediction on the jump, but it was actually just a big miss off the backboard. Much more disappointing. Like you said, James, Mirage, you know, they brought it to him. With those demos earlier on, I mean, Freshness had 8 shots to his name alone. 2 of the goals, both in his name. And Lion Blaze, I thought he was holding it down the most on defense, though, as well as Alpha Kep on Stromboli.
So much back and forth. These teams are clearly well matched. And, I mean, you just think about the winner of this team is going to have to go and play Plot Twist. And just watching Plot Twist, we see so much, such a dynamic offense from them. Yeah. And, you know, we're not really seeing as much of a dynamic offense from either one of these teams. We're seeing a lot of aggression from Mirage. When we started out, how many demos did we see? About 5 demos in 35 seconds.
Back and forth.
So this is a scrappy game. Both teams really battling out
Yeah.
in the trenches for possession, trying to force mistakes on defense, trying to look for people to mistouch or misread on the backboard. But they were all making really solid reads for the most
Yeah.
part. It was that last read off the backboard from a very good, clear, full distance on the
Definitely.
field. And that was what it took. Almost 7 minutes of overtime. So a huge win for Mirage.
And I mean, even looking back to the last series with Plot Twist, you know, that play style from them was a little bit more modern, where it felt like they were going for a lot more midfield passes that were very difficult to pull off, but whenever you could find that accuracy and find that play in the midfield, it would almost always guarantee a shot on net or some open space to work with. We haven't seen that much really from Mirage or Stromboli, where they're looking to go inwards with a slower paced dribble. They're kind of just trying to bang it off the backboard or hope to get a demo. They're not looking inwards. They don't really want to find a teammate on the inside of the field as much as we'd like to see. But that was a great attempt right there. That's what I'm talking about from IRAGE, where he kind of just drops it down into the middle. Maybe gives his teammates some space to work with, so they can keep at least building on that. They should be able to get themselves back in the series. A good demo as well from J-Pow, and that's going to lead into a goal for IRAGE.
And that's the rebound goal. You know, testing the defense, a demo from J-Pow. Lion Blaze in an awkward spot. J-Pow did so much work on that goal, getting the demo, getting that shot that opened it up. Alraz, even that 50, the quick turn, everything was there, swarming attack. And sometimes you just got to do what works. Even though, me personally, I love, oh, we might see another one here. That one's saved off the crossbar. But I love the style of Plot Twist, but sometimes you just have to do what's effective against the opponent. Some people might be better at defending the style of play from Plot Twist.
Oh, what a touch to Lion Blaze.
Oh, passing
Look at
play. We wanted to see it, Turtle. We got it.
He's cherry picking on the other side, waiting in the corner. He doesn't even turn around. He backflips into the ball, and Luke follows it up. He reads his teammate. This is what I wanted to see, James. You're right. The passing play between Mirage, that was beautiful.
Great response. Mirage is looking like the better team right now. That one bouncing off the crossbar, and out Alraz collected under pressure, was able to get that to the corner, but yet another chance for Mirage to get one just high on the shot. Lion Blaze will test Alpha Kep. Gets a bump on Alpha Kep as well, but Alraz getting a big clear. That's going to buy so much space. Luke, second effort, gets it past J-Pow. Alpha Kep taking his time. Love that fake. Goes for a big chip pass into the middle, maybe bigger than he was even expecting himself.
It's kind of a moon lob into the midfield. That's what I was talking about. It's so difficult to go for the midfield passing plays whenever freshness is on the other team. Okay, just storming into the midfield, and he slots this one in.
You love seeing the spikes. It's like, it reminds you, you know, volleyball. When somebody sets you, the defense set him up on that. J-Pow puts a perfect set up in the air. Freshness comes in and spikes it right down into the net. A lot more action in Game 2 than we saw in Game 1. And if Mirage can get this win here, you think it's probably going to be a clean sweep.
Oh, Luke, there it is. And you saw it. We're seeing glimpses of what we did notice yesterday with those little tiny taps into the midfield. That's what Mirage has been missing. So, you know, if you think they're lethal right now, just wait until Luke can start to get a little bit more warmed up here. But Stromboli, they have what it takes. We know that Alpha Kep, you know, he's had a couple of chances with his defense, maybe moving to offense, but so far all the creativity has been in favor of Mirage.
J-Pow. Easily handled by Freshness, who's going to have Luke in the middle, but Luke, the ball went out too far ahead of him, and now a trade in the midfield. Alraz back towards net, and Freshness comes out. And it's not over yet for Stromboli. They did lose that tough loss in Game 1. They're losing now, but they can turn it all around here. And we saw them have such good chances last game. See if they can convert. Seems like a do-or-die moment for Stromboli in this game. Luke over to Joe. Ball over his head. Quick turn from Alraz. Luke tried to slow play it. He had no boost. Alpha Kep going for net. Joe Freshness I called him Joe Freshness because I think that was his name. It's hard for me to change, Turtle.
Yeah, I understand.
It's so much easier to say Joe than Freshness, and that Alpha Kev says, hey, say my name, because I'm putting in the equalizer. Alpha Kev with 1:11 left, scoring this one.
And I was waiting for this to happen, just that one chance for anybody on Stromboli. They had so much pressure, multiple demos back to back. But after it never worked and they couldn't get an opportunity, I thought maybe that Mirage was just going to hold on, at least on defense, for the rest of the game. But finally something breaks. They get some space. The demos do come in handy, and that desperation at least comes out to be effective for Stromboli.
Alraz been involved in a lot of plays. He has been getting to the ball quickly, winning his challenges, helping get Stromboli the possession they need. One of those players that seems like he's the glue that helps bring everything together.
And then you've got the saves from Alpha Kep on defense, holding it down. So a lot of, weight, at least on those two players. Let's see if J-Pow, excuse me. I was going to say Joe Pow, Joe Freshness. But then every time we mention Joe Freshness, a goal gets scored. And who better than the man himself, Mr. Freshness.
A wonderful pass. Freshness was thinking about going down, but he saw that there was a passing opportunity high, stays up, Lion Blaze puts it right over to him. And a wonderful counterattack. Perfectly placed shot. Mirage get the lead right back. Joe going for the dribble, passes backwards back to Freshness. Or Luke, rather. I might have said Joe. I don't even know which name I'm saying anymore.
It's all the same. It's all the same. But the final 5 seconds. We haven't seen as many demos from Mirage, but that's a good midfield pass that we've been waiting for. Alraz, almost a chance there. He just kind of gives it to the defense, though. He didn't do too much, and Mirage go up 2-0 in the series.
Mirage, they won that first game. That was a heartbreaking loss for Stromboli, but such a big win for Mirage. They get another win here. Everything going in their favor. And now they're one game closer, Turtle. If they win, they're going to be moving on to play Plot and Twist in the finals. The winners final, rather.
Oh, man. And even with what I'm seeing, I still feel like Plot Twist are the favors. I think against both these teams, James, I'm sure you can agree that it's going to be a tough matchup against Plot Twist, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. I think that they've told Luke right now, at least in this game, to maybe back off a bit. We haven't seen him be nearly as aggressive. The demos were not there, but I think it created at least a more stable defense whenever Luke isn't being as aggro. But I think if he can mix it up, maybe for a couple minutes here, try and go for those demos, go crazy, and try and stay aggressive, but then mix it up and just stay a little bit passive. Just keep the defense on their toes.
You have to, and you always got to test them. And we're seeing both of these teams really testing each other's defenses out, going for those long hits. And a server just went down for maintenance. We're going to get that sorted out, get the players back in, and getting this game or this series going as soon as we can. But Mirage, they'll have their hands full, but one of the things you never really know is how teams match up until they play. Yeah. And with Freshness and Luke and Lion Blaze, really good defense for the most part, and great. I love what I saw from Lion Blaze, especially in that last part of that game, that long pass to Freshness, who puts that shot lower corner. The mark of a really good team, and just having the ability to counterattack. Yeah. Going from your own backboard, one pass into a shot to score, that is a huge thing in this game. The field, it's even the same in real sports. The better players get, the smaller the field feels. Yeah. And it certainly felt like a small field right there with how quickly Lion Blaze was able to get that to Joe Freshness and get that goal. So we'll see if they can keep bringing that out.
It's still a crazy game, though, because I feel like we haven't seen, the max potential from both of these rosters. I think we're waiting for really either teams at this point. As Mirage actually does take the lead 2-0 in the series, it still feels like there's a lot of room to improve. And I think that if they can at least continue this momentum, like I said, it will be a close matchup against Plot Twist. But still, I think Stromboli, they're still in this. If we can see Alraz keep making use of those midfield passes, like you said, he's the glue that's keeping this team together. Set up Alpha Kep, set up J-Pow, really, for those shots. And then they can fix a little bit of their accuracy, because we have seen at moments where Stromboli, even when they're given opportunities, they do miss on that backboard net. I still think Stromboli can really have a lot of room to improve here. And if they can start focusing more on the midfield, I think they've got at least a fighting chance here to get back.
We'll see. It's going to play out right before our very eyes. Game 3, what could be the final game. Mirage up 2 games to nothing. That first overtime game almost going 7 minutes. So this is truly a test for Stromboli. And we've seen reverse sweeps before, especially in the best of 5 series. So we'll see how this one plays out. We're on Neo Tokyo. Mirage, they're looking like the better team after the first 2 games. But Turtle, you said, the midfield battle, if Stromboli can start winning it, maybe there's a chance.
And it's all up to IRAGE. All up to IRAGE to do what he does best right now. What we've been seeing is keep that control and focus it to be more midfield based. I think that is the key to winning this game. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm excited. I think Freshness, too. I always talk about Luke, but it's my boy Freshness who's been popping off this entire series, and he shut me up.
He has been. Luke getting aggressive. Everyone playing a part, and that's what's fun to watch is when you got a team that's firing on all cylinders. You can point to every player and have specific moments in a game where they made the difference. That's when a team is playing really well. So we're seeing that out of Mirage right here. Saw J-Pow, if he didn't dodge that bump, that would have been a goal just leaking into net. J-Pow off the sidewall. Lion Blaze will hit it up. Alpha Cap back to J-Pow. J-Pow misses the touch. Luke over Alpha Cap's head. Alraz, well handled. Stabilizes the defense. Alraz getting a demo on Freshness. Harassing Lion Blaze in net. Pass out to Alraz, but Lion Blaze will hit this down. Goes for the pinch. Another challenge from Freshness. The pass. Luke might have been able to squirm his way into the net, but it was a tough angle, quick reaction time. Big
even on
chance.
Luke's rotation, you could see Luke, whenever he actually went for that chance across the net, he could have gone for the challenge, but instead he just focused on the boost. So Luke, his rotation is very heavily focused on stealing that boost and being annoying. Could be maybe a weakness that they could capitalize if they can at least react a little bit faster, but overall, the aggression from Mirage has not let up. But then J-Pow, what a solo play, bringing the ball down. This is the first time we've really talked about this man, but what a play to slow it down, take that ball to the 50 and force it in.
And this is lovely thinking on his part. You could see him jump up, fakes the hit. He froze Freshness in net by jumping for it early, gets back to the ground, gets control of the ball, and then wins a 50 perfectly. J-Pow, you're right, Turtle. We haven't been talking about him a lot, but that play, if Stromboli manages to battle back, that is what you can look back to be a turning point for them. Stellar goal.
It's got to be a boost of morale. I mean, they needed something like that. I feel like we haven't seen too many mechanical plays or creativity out of a lot of Stromboli. But that right there, like you said, James, is the turning point for this roster.
And Alpha Cap 1v1. We're seeing the individual skill coming out from Stromboli. This time, Alpha Cap making it happen.
It doesn't even have that much of an angle to work with. I thought he was going to go for a pass there, Alpha Cap. That also reminds me of that Sosa goal that we saw last series in the corner where Karma was in net. Didn't even expect an angle. It's the same thing. The goalkeeper didn't even think somebody was going to go for a shot, so there's no point in even predicting it. And that angle, that shot, it's one of those moments where if you're a player in that situation, you just say to yourself, you know, that shot was too good. I didn't expect the angle. Let's move on. Like, you can't really do much against an angle and a shot of that magnitude, excuse me.
I was hoping for a new word.
You know what? I'm not in the mood to become a new dictionary today. I've been inventing all these words. It's tiring work, James.
No doubt. I don't deny it.
The Magna Crude. That's what I was going to say. Always inventing new words.
Well, we'll let Twitch chat try to figure out what that means. But we're over halfway gone. This game has been all Stromboli.
Yeah.
Mirage perhaps emptying out their tank to get the first 2 wins. And now a flick from Alraz, a team hat trick. Everyone playing a part for Stromboli.
And it's funny because they've all been doing, you know, their equal amount of work to get to this point, but everybody does it by themselves. It's solo play after solo play after solo play. Literally, everybody. making this game into a ones play, and it's so hard in threes to open up space for that ones opportunity as J-Pow gets another one, almost another solo play off the kickoff. These guys individually
They're
are starting
winning.
to pop off.
They're winning individually together.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes so much
Which
sense.
is all you can ask for.
It's called teamwork. And another one. We're starting to see more teamwork come out. This time they use each other a bit more than the first goals. Alraz, corner pass to J-Pow. J-Pow backboard to Alpha Kep. And Alpha Kep in the net. Everyone playing a part in that one.
And you don't blame Lion Blaze as well. From his perspective, you can see that he actually assumed that the player was going to go for some form of a shot because everybody's been so, I guess, selfish really with these shots from Stromboli where, you know, it's just solo plays. So the defense is just going to keep assuming they're going to keep pounding the net, keep focusing on always shooting on target. So Lion Blaze goes with that assumption, and they mix it up. Stromboli goes for a pass, wide open net. It's beautiful to see.
We're approaching the final minute. This game hopeless pretty much for Mirage, but you wonder if they're going to get anything for morale going into the next game because this is what the doctor ordered. If you're Stromboli, you're down 2-0 in the series. You lost a really difficult overtime game. You needed something to point to, and this game, they have obliterated Mirage. So if anything could give them hope to complete the reverse sweep, it was this. As Alpha Kep gets a fifth, now a hat trick for Alpha Kep. Stromboli is feeling it.
Their shooting has increased tenfold. You know, I'm thinking back to that first game where we did actually see Alpha Kep. I think it was him who bounced it off the post with an open net that could have changed that first game and had them at least take charge early on in the series. But now they're warmed up. The shooting so much better. And we're starting to see Stromboli. I said that I really felt like they could improve a lot, you know, as a team, and that we hadn't seen their max potential. I was expecting more midfield passes, but it was the solo plays that prevailed for all three of these players.
Luke tapping it down. Still, Mirage couldn't score. You saw the threat. Alraz will poke another one in. Lion Blaze can't get back in time. And 6-0. Stromboli. Keep it rolling.
And you don't blame, you know, anybody from Mirage trying to be aggressive and get at least some sort of momentum for the next game. But right now, you just got to focus on what you can do to improve. And it feels like the defense in those 1v1 situations, they have left that third man back far too often. I think that's what's created a lot of that space and opportunity. Not only, you know, could they have saved maybe a couple of those 1v1 plays, but even in that situation in general, you never want to leave your third man back alone with a 1v1 situation where all the momentum is against him. He's driving towards the net, trying to get a stop on the at least on the ball. You know, nothing's working out for them. So solo plays huge from Stromboli, and they just destroy Mirage.
They certainly do. And you know, what happened this game for Mirage? Where did this Stromboli come from? And also, I don't know if you saw on the scoreboard, on the overlay, they're Omelette now. So they became Omelette. So I'm excited about that.
That's what I'm talking about. You're excited about that because you gave us a 10-minute instruction on how to make omelette.
It didn't take that long. It was a long explanation. I'll say that. But you got to know how to do it right. But that's Mirage true. In this game didn't seem like they could figure out what the right thing was to do.
Yeah. Getting
destroyed 6-0. Stromboli, Alpha Kep getting a hat trick. It started out with everyone playing apart from Stromboli, getting an individual goal, and then the team goals started to manifest.
Yeah.
And Stromboli, they're on a roll right now. So we'll see if they can keep it going in this game and force Game 5.
And we had previously discussed that first solo play, J-Pow. Taking it slow, bring the ball down, go for the 50. It was that decisive moment for J-Pow that completely changed this series around, started to gather some form of energy, and now Stromboli, you can see even off the kickoff, they're ready, they're in shape, and their striking is on point. They're ready to take the series at least to Game 5.
We'll see. Mirage, now known as Omelette. Oh, and the backboard miss. Freshness, the shot. They didn't score all of last game. 19 seconds in to Game 4. They get the go-ahead goal.
Oh, what a touch from Lion Blaze. He saw J-Pow go up, so Lion Blaze actually stopped himself from going for the challenge. After he saw that J-Pow missed on the backboard, he had a huge reaction, backflipped, got a nice little touch out, and then Freshness was there to finish it out. So Omelette, you know, they just wanted that name change in the stream, and that's just what's given them life, at least in this series.
And that does look like a fluffy, tasty omelet.
It really does. You know, I'm
does.
not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever even had an omelet, okay? But it looks good.
I'll make you one sometime.
Please. Just don't put water in it.
And Freshness gets another one. And don't you hate all you want, Turtle. You can't deny results. And when you're talking about results, Freshness has been getting them.
Oh, 100%. This guy, I'm keeping at least a tally mark of how many times I've been wrong with Omelette. You know, especially with Stromboli. I thought they were gonna go for midfield passes. No, they go for solo plays. And I thought Luke was gonna pop off, but no, it's Freshness. And now Lion Blaze. Luke is out of the question as Lion Blaze is gonna take it himself off the kickoff.
And you saw the demo play off kickoff. That's a smart play. The demo leaving space, Lion Blaze getting that first touch, popping it right over. You could tell, I think it was Alpha Kep, Alraz. I didn't really quite see who that was, but they couldn't see through the smoke screen. So the chip caught him by surprise, and Lion Blaze was able to get that goal. Mirage in the first minute scoring 3 times, showing everyone that Game 3 was a mistake.
Yeah.
And they're right back in it.
And again, this is match point. The winner goes on to play Plot Twist, who are looking incredibly dangerous. But I think that, you know, maybe at the start of the series, Plot Twist was going to have their work cut out for them. And now, 100%, this is going to be a difficult matchup because both these teams are looking deadly. And Freshness is going to cut the defense early, gets over on that challenge. He's so speedy in the midfield, and it's 4-0 for Omelette.
Alpha Kep a split second too slow, and Freshness with the hat trick. 4-0. This is the reversal of what we saw last game.
Yeah,
So
what is
Mirage,
happening?
wow, I have no idea, Turtle. It's our job to know, but I'll admit when I don't.
Yeah, this is complete opposite because, you know, the defense is starting to crumble. I don't even know how to break this down. You know, no more solo plays from anybody from Stromboli, which I guess speaks to the defense, really, of Omelette. Whenever they're put in that third man situation where they're left in a 1v1 scenario, it seems like they're doing great. But now J-Pow in a 1v1 option himself. He goes for the slow shot, but Lion Blaze gets back just in time. And they still are shutting out Stromboli.
This would be such a difficult comeback to make. Lion Blaze, open net, redirect.
Oh, it's wide open.
And he
It's wide
hits it.
open.
Now 5-0. I was going to say a 4-0 lead, almost insurmountable. A 5-goal lead has to be. What a play.
3 minutes left. James Bond, I believe, okay? I believe in my boy Stromboli. They scored, what did they score? 6 goals last game, okay? Believe in something, man. Because it's possible.
It is possible. It's unlikely from looking at historical results.
Look,
But I won't rule it out.
Oh, no, please. Okay, there's a chance, maybe.
I
I'm not even trying to be
honestly
so biased.
can't
I want
even
to see this
recall.
comeback.
I can't even recall the last time I witnessed a 5-goal comeback.
Especially in high-level Rocket League, it's almost near impossible because the team can really just go for 50s and try and stall out time, and it's midfield wins like that that's going to waste seconds off the clock, especially with such a big lead that you've got to try and fight your way back into. Everything looking like it's over for Stromboli.
And we'll see how they finish out. Again, this is not it for them. They will lose and go down into the lower bracket if they do indeed lose this game. And we'll see Omelette go on to play Plot Twist in that winter final. And if you are Stromboli, you still play it out. You got to. Because your tournament's not over yet. You're going to need to get some confidence going down into that lower bracket. But what a crazy couple games. 6-0 was it in the last game? And now 5-0 here. Big swings.
The script has been flipped. What did you do, James?
Just got to work towards consistency and go back and look at what was working and what was happening to Omelette in that game that you beat him so bad. And a lot of it was individual plays.
Yeah.
Alraz going to hit that over to J-Pow. Lion Blaze trying to melt time off the clock. The rest of this game really a formality. We'll see if anyone can hit a highlight reel shot. Get something for the old montage.
And this is the time where a highlight reel shot's going to come out because, you've got too much confidence if you're Omelette. This game definitely over. But like you were saying for Stromboli, at least try to put 1 or 2 in here. Give yourself anything to at least take away from this game so that you can bring that into, the lower bracket as these guys played their hearts out, but it just wasn't enough.
And one of the things that I want to point out is we, I asked who you wanted to look towards. You said Luke. And it was Freshness this game.
Yeah.
Freshness was playing lights out. I loved
The
it.
whole time.
I loved what I saw from him the whole game. Lion Blaze, Luke, they played well. Freshness was just making plays, and a big save from Luke. But Freshness scoring so many goals, even a hat trick in this final game. Brilliant performance.
And it's always been a step up from Freshness. I feel like whenever we were looking for Omelette to get one on the board, it was Freshness who was there to put it in and finalize that shot that Omelette needed so badly. Something to get themselves in here. And they take the lead in this series. They win it out 3-1. Omelette, James, are these your favorite team because of the name? Just simply because of the name?
I wouldn't say so yet. I'd say my favorite team is probably Plot Twist.
Okay.
Because of how
do you
good
think
they
they're
are.
going to match up, though? That's a great segue into
Don't laugh at
at
me,
least the next
Jorby.
matchup.
I think Jorby was in comms and he laughed at me. But,
Son of a gun.
Plot Twist is just the team that I'm loving. I'm loving Plot Twist, everything that I see from them. Obviously, Omelette had some really good plays, but I really want to see Plot Twist play. And we're going to get to see that today.
You're not convinced after this series that Omelette at least has the edge a little bit over Plot Twist. You're still going full Plot Twist.
I'm going full Plot Twist right now. I'm going full Plot Twist. That's who I'm believing in. And so we're going to see Stromboli have to go down and play Rat Enterprises. I believe that is the next match, but we will find out for certain. Turtle, that was a good one. That
was interesting. Yeah.
We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we've got more Summer Shuffle. Stay tuned.